Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simplee Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. Welcome to your 2019 yearly overview reading. This is where we'll look at the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and the end of the year, as well as the possible obstacles, the possible outcomes or solutions, and your general guidance for the entire year. This is an 11-card reading that you could purchase for a personal reading on my site. Right now, there's a discount on this reading for the email readings and the recorded readings. Just go to www.simpleetarot.com and request a reading, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and for your comments, and definitely for subscribing and for all your support. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy this video. Now on to your reading. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your 2019 yearly overview reading. I will explain the cards you have and their position. This position represents the beginning of the year, the middle, and the end, possible obstacles and possible outcomes or solutions, and your overall guidance card. This says manifest. What you envision is your reality. You have the Eight of Chalices, the Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot, Two of Athames, which is Two of Swords. You also have Deep Knowing, Higher Power, and Time for a Nap. In your obstacle positions, you have Seven of Rods and Knight of Swords. In your solutions or outcome position, you have the Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Now, the first thing I'm getting with this is that you are definitely going into 2019 making a change. You are leaving something behind. You're leaving something in your past, and it can possibly be relationships that aren't serving you, goals that no longer interest you, habits that are holding you back, or anything that is not letting you grow. I see that with the Eight of Chalices. The beginning of the year is about you walking away from something that is not letting you be you, not letting you grow, not letting you progress. And with Deep Knowing here, in support of that, it's all about you subconsciously knowing what is not working for you anymore, and you're making changes in this area. You have this intuition that is telling you what people are holding you back, or what goals are no longer meant for you, or what path is the wrong path to go down, or what have you. It's all about letting go of the thing that is holding you back and holding you from obtaining something that you know should be yours, so you could go for it. So you don't have anything on your shoulders or anything around your ankles like holding you down and weighing you down. Your intuition is definitely going to be strong starting at the beginning of the year and transitioning throughout the whole year, but definitely stronger in the first half of the year. That's what I'm feeling with these two cards here, the Deep Knowing and the Higher Power card. You also have the Wheel of the Year, or the Wheel of Fortune, here in the middle months of the year. This shows that transition as well. You are ending a cycle of sorts. You're ending a cycle and starting a new one. You're going off in a different direction or a different path, something that you possibly were once afraid to do, or people or things or circumstances made you feel like you weren't able to do. Well, this is happening for you. You're making a change, and it's for the better. And I see this happening for you in the middle of the year. The rewards for the changes you've made at the beginning of the year will start to make themselves known in the middle of the year. And anytime after March of 2019, I see you gaining some benefits for the actions you took in the previous months. For a lot of you, I am feeling that there is a sense of a relationship, either romantic or otherwise. It could be a friend, it could be a family member. There's something that is not well with you. There's something that is not sitting well with you that you want to put in the past, that you want to leave behind. And because of this change you make, I do see things progressing quicker and better for you in the coming months. Also, this Higher Power card tells me that you're using your intuition, you're using your gut, and you're getting information from your spirituality, from the universe, or maybe even from experience, but it comes from the gut area. It comes from an inner knowing, like you know what you need to do, and you're making those moves. You know what needs to be left behind, and you're leaving it back there. You're leaving it in the past. You know, there's an intuitive knowing that you're going to incorporate in your life with your decision makings, with whatever goals you pursued throughout 2019. This deep knowing, this intuition is leading you down the right path and towards good. towards the end of the year, I do see you taking things slow, possibly even making compromises. I see this with the Two of Athame. The Two of Swords usually talks about you trying to figure out which direction to go. But in this deck, it makes me feel like there's a compromise happening. You are compromising with someone, possibly someone from that past relationship or a relationship that you left behind and left in the past. You may be compromising, reconciling. There may be forgiveness here. There may be an apology or some sort of way of becoming more civil again, working things out. I see that happening for you with this card. Also with the Time for a Nap card, it talks about you slowing down. You're not full force. You're not going full force in a direction or with the goal or with the decision. You're kind of backtracking a little bit. You're kind of looking at your past. You're looking at the decisions you've once made and seeing how it affects your life now. And you may be looking to the past a lot for ways to better your future or better your relationships with those surrounding you. Also, when it comes to relationships, I see that you may have been putting a block up. You may have been hesitant about moving forward in a certain relationship or even with a certain project or work-related project, that sort of thing. The Seven of Wands talks about you kind of fighting back, pushing back against what's coming at you. And I'm getting this feeling that you're ready to move away from that. This feeling of being pressured into something. This feeling of having to do something or forced to do something that you don't want to do. Be in a situation you no longer want to be in. Something that is not helping you grow and not helping you progress, not helping you meet your goals. You're kind of tired of battling that. You're tired of being put in that position. And I see this as one of the obstacles you'll be dealing with throughout 2019. Also, communication. There's the Knight of Swords there, which can represent an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, or someone who's an air sign who may be this person that you're trying to move away from, may represent someone who's significant or influential. This also represents a lack of communication in this area. So I do see relationships for a lot of you is a big factor for your 2019. It can also be with home life, with work, or whatever's most prominent to you. But communication is definitely going to be a bit of a challenge for you. And I see that here. This is your possible solutions. And I see the Page of Swords. It's asking you to either work on your communication, work on bettering your communication with a certain person, work on ways of saying things that won't offend or hurt someone else, work on how to represent your feelings better or how to communicate your feelings better, because the page talks about learning. It talks about growth and growing and putting in time and effort in this area. And I see this, since they're on both sides with the challenges and with the solutions, I see this as being where you need to focus your energy. Also, the King of Pentacles could relate to an earth sign. It could represent you as a Virgo or another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn who may be influential during this time. It also represents finding your purpose, finding your career, finding your passion, finding that thing that makes you money or brings your income higher, or that dream job as well. So if you're someone who's looking for that dream job, if you're looking for to launch a business in 2019, if you're looking for better income or a creative outlet where you could also take it out of that hobby zone and make a business out of it, I see this happening for you as well. There is a potential for growth here, especially if you use your manifestation abilities, your law of attraction abilities, whatever you think about, you bring about, wherever you put your intentions into, this is what will be manifested during 2019. So if you want better relationships, if you want better communication, if you want a better paying job or what have you, this is what your focus is going to be on. This is where you set your intentions, and this is where the universe will give you benefits, will give you progress, will give you rewards and results. I do see a lot about relationships here. For those who aren't looking for information on relationships or who are content in their relationships, this does not apply to you. But for those who are all about relationships and romance and companionship and that sort of thing, there's a lot of work to be had during 2019. A lot of work on your communication, a lot of work on representing who you are and showing that to others, and a lot of work on letting go of something that is not helping you. It could be a relationship, a friend, a family member, a significant other, what have you. Whoever this is, I do see you contemplating walking away from this situation, but there is also a significance on forgiving, possibly healing, forgiving, apologizing, and moving on if that's what you want to do. Because you have the wheel of the year here, I do see that starting a new cycle is definitely necessary. So even though you might be looking to your past at the end of the year, I do believe this is you looking at your growth, looking at where you've come from so you can see how far you came. There is a big emphasis on not repeating the same mistake you made before, not going down the same route, to do something different, to start on a different path. Because for some of you, there is a tendency to repeat that same behavior or that same relationship or that same thing that is not helping you grow. So use your intuition, listen to it. It's helping steer you down the right path. It's helping you tell you which way to go. And it's definitely steering you towards forgiveness. But because you forgive doesn't mean you have to forget and you have to allow that behavior or that relationship or that thing back into your life. So definitely learn from everything from the past, learn from all your decisions, learn from all your mistakes, and try to start 2019 on a new path. Definitely. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you would like a personal reading, please request a reading at simpleetarot.com, and I'll have more videos like this for you soon. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for watching, for liking, and for commenting, and I will see you soon.